Okay, so you purchased the Kookaburra kit, and this is the video tutorial where I will show you how to put it together. So when you open up your kit, you will find the core wool for the body, the needles that you've purchased. So some of you will have purchased it with a multi-tool. Some of you may have already had a multi-tool, so it won't be in your kit. It comes with 4 industrial Grossbecker needles, and in the video you will see me use different ones, but what I want you to do is just open that up and have a look at the colors on top of the needles. So this one here is the Twist 38, which is the needle you're going to use to create the core. It goes nice and fast. And if you have a multi-tool, you will grab the blue needle. So there are 3 blue needles, and you will put them inside your multi-tool, and you will use that to form the core. Now you can interchange between the needles, and as you felt along, you will notice what each needle does. And you might think, okay, well, I prefer to use that needle over, you know, the twist needle. So whatever feels right for you, just do that. Now in the kit also, we have a little needle guide. And on there, it will tell you what every needle does and which needle is what. So they're all color coded, and on your needle guide, you can see the colors and you will see what needle is for what. Okay, in the kit you will also have, and I've already constructed these, this is the tail, this is going to be the beak. We have 2 wings. We have all the colors for the bird, some extra core wool, which you're going to use to wrap the wings, the tail, and the beak. And that's pretty much all you need. Oh, here's the pipe cleaner for the body, and you will see in the video what we do with that. And then there is a picture. Now on my website, you'll also find the picture of what the finished Kookaburra is going to look like. And there's a little diagram. I've put a little diagram on here because you can use that as a reference when you are creating the body. So let's see here, for instance, so this is what you're gonna aim for, right? And so as you felt it, you can sort of hold it against the diagram and you can see whether you're on track or not. So that's very useful. Right. Okay, well, I think we should get started. And yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you. So let's get started. Inside the Kookaburra, I've put a pipe cleaner. So in your kit, there's also a pipe cleaner, and we bend it in half and twist it, but we're going to keep a loop up the top because we have to attach the wool onto that. So we're just going to twist it, and then we're going to grab some of our wool. So there is a big piece of core wool inside your kit, and we're just going to strip off a little bit. And I'm going to roll it just a little bit in between my hands so that it gets stuck. Now you want it to end up looking like this. So we're going to start by putting the top of the wool into that loop. And we're just going to wrap it around. And I'm going to bend it. This is going to be the head. This is going to be the bottom. Also bending that in. Now I'm going to get my fine needle, which is the pink one in your kit. I'm just going to anchor it down. Now be careful that you don't hit the wire, because then your needle will break. So essentially you're trying to make somewhat of a teardrop shape. This is the belly, and that's the back. And we're going to just continue to add wool to create that shape. In your instructions, there's also a diagram of the shape of the body of the kookaburra, so you can use that diagram as a reference. Your red needle is a 38 spiral needle, and it will just felt it a lot quicker. So now that we have more wool around the wire, it's safe enough to take this needle and shape it. Now I've also supplied in the kit a multi-tool, and that will speed up the process quite significantly, so you may also use that. Okay, so this is starting to take shape, but we're not quite there yet. So you just keep going until you're happy with the shape it should be. So this is the head, that's the body. I want to create a little bit more of a belly at the front. But before I add more wool, I'm going to continue to shape it because it's not firm enough just yet. So just keep going. The more you shape it, the smaller it also becomes. So now I'm going to add some more belly, and I'm just going to grab some of this wool, fold it, wrap it around the front. Okay, so that is pretty good. I'm just going to add a wee little bit more at the top here. So that is your body done. The next thing that we're going to do is make the beak. And in your kit, you will find this little thing here. And it's a piece of wire that I've wrapped in pipe cleaner. And you're going to grab a little bit of your core wool, and you're going to wrap that around the pipe cleaner, just like I've done with this one. And then we're going to felt it into this shape. So it is slightly flat and sharp on the sides. So we grab the pipe cleaner and we'll start at the top and just wrap it around the pipe cleaner like this. All the way to the end. Now we're leaving this bare because we're going to attach that to the head. Okay, so then once that's wrapped around, we are going to get our fine needle, just pull that off, and gently felt it in. Be careful not to hit the wire. Now the next thing you're going to do is make the tail. And this is the tail, and it'll end up looking like this. First we're going to wrap it in a little bit of core wool, so that's the last little bit that you've got left. So this tail is wrapped in the brownish color, and you're just going to grab a piece and wrap it right around the tail like this. Just felt it in. So now we're going to place that in the back of the Kookaburra to see how that sits. Beautiful. And then the beak. Okay, so that's starting to take shape. So we still have to wrap the body. So we'll do that before we permanently attach these two pieces. So the body is going to be wrapped in a natural colored wool. So to wrap it, we'll grab the wool, pull off a little bit, and we'll start down the bottom. And then we just anchor it down. And we'll take another piece. We also need to leave a little bit of this color for the bottom of the beak. And the top has a little bit of gray. So I've just made a little roll, I'm just going to place that on top. I'm going to roll up a little bit more, and I'm going to attach that right around the edge of the gray, just to create a really nice clean edge. So we finished the beak and we finished the tail. We've wrapped the body, and now we're going to have to attach some wings. So in your kit, you will find 2 of these thingamajigs. These are the wings. I've already pre-shaped them out of the pipe cleaner, and all you've got to do is wrap them in some core wool and then wrap them in the brown roving, the gray roving, and the turquoise roving. So we have all those colors in the kit. And what you'll end up with is something that looks like this. And you will attach that to the side of the body by inserting the wire into the wool. So let me just put this over here. We'll start off with a little bit of the core wool. So you should have some left in your kits. And we'll just pull some off, wrap it between our fingers like that, roll it. And then we'll just wrap it around the pipe cleaner like this and anchor it. So next, you're going to get your brown wool and you'll just start wrapping the wing like this. Then you're going to do the same thing with the gray. And then the last one is going to be the turquoise color. Now the trickiest thing is to actually get them identical. So let's have a look. Okay, so that one's actually like this. That's pretty good. So now we're going to attach those wings to see how they're placed. Then we're going to also attach the tail and the beak. That's so to attach these parts, you're just going to get your twist needle, just felt it around the tail, and these wool fibers will just simply attach to each other. So that's the tail done. Now let's do the beak. Okay, so you need to try and put them on in about the same spot. Now with these wings you actually have options, because you can have them flat against the body, and in that case it doesn't matter whether you've put wool on the back or not, but you could also open them up a little bit like this. Which is also pretty cool. Okay, let's attach them. Okay, for the eyes, we're going to put in 2 glass eyes. And we're going to put a stripe around the head like that in the brown color. And we're also going to put a stripe from the beak to the tail like that, and from side to side. So I'll start with the beak. I'm going to place it right above the beak like this, felt it in. Then I'm going to flip this so I get a really nice straight line. It's probably easier to not put that on until you've done the head. So I'm just pulling it, I'm pulling this off. Then we're going to do the sides, the stripes on the side from the eyes. going to cut that off, that little bit. Actually, I want to flip it back. Oh, there she is. Beautiful. That looks great. Okay, same with the other side. Okay, now we can attach the tail. And there you go, a beautiful kookaburra.